Welcome back, people. It is episode 26 of season 6 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount to get into today. Before we do, like, follow, subscribe, maybe share it with a friend. We got strange and unusual topics about former soccer players hating each other. We got former UFC and current UFC stars getting kicked out of airports. We have some unforgettable College World Series magics to get into. A World Cup that is currently so deep into the masses that I can't even keep up. MLB, Chicago's on top. We got some NBA draft topics to get into. The Bulls seem to be cooking something up. In NHL news, the Blackhawks maybe made a trade that doesn't look so hot, and the NFL cut a draft. It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. They're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back, it's the Taxi Squad, yeah.
Okay. Somewhere in my dream state.
Fantasy. Vince, I've talked to so many people this week.
Yeah, baby.
I'm just very happy I'm talking to you.
Well, dude, we do this every week. And you and I talk to a lot of people in the line of work that we're in. And it's just like, hey, man.
I kind of talk for a living.
What do they say? There's people that you talk to that fill your cup, and there's people that drain it. And you got to have a mix of the both because you don't want the cup to runneth over, but you don't want to be dry in the desert. I have one thing to say, Mike. In the last 2 weeks here, we've had a substantial listener count increase for some reason or another. And I don't know why. But hello to new people, and thank you for checking in. It feels good. Looking at the graph, it's nice to see a little jump. And I hope you're returning because it is let's just say the water's fine here on the Taxi Squad podcast.
The water is fine here on the Taxi Squad podcast is right, Vince. I mean, we do talk about sports and stupid stuff, but we try and keep it fun and exciting week in, week out. I mean, we've been doing this a while. I've been doing this a long time. And you're going to have peaks and valleys, but it's super exciting to see. And we thank you for joining us week after week. Vince, what's new in your world, man?
It's been like wildly rainy and gloomy here in Chicagoland the last couple days. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay because we need it. And the backyard garden needs it too because don't know if you guys know, but I'll be gardening this year. Got 27 plants. They're all my children. It's great. The closest thing I can have to a pet based on how often I'm home. But other than that, it's going to be a nice weekend. Going to see you.
Boys are back in town. Let's go.
Returning
Little Dads
to where
and
you
Diapers
belong.
Party.
Dads and Dipes, dude. It's going to be great. Hosting it at Mi Casa. And we're going to have fun with it. So, yeah, that's what's up with me. But you were out and about. You were in Vegas this week, dude.
I was in Vegas this week.
You
had
bet.
a little trade show action, dude. Shaking hands, kissing some babies. No, I wasn't feeling it. And in between all the events and stuff, I got a bout of a Montezuma, so I wasn't feeling 100. And when you're not feeling 100, the first thing you want to do is gamble.
Definitely not.
I just wasn't feeling. What was funny though is I took the money out to do it.
Yeah.
And every time I look at my wallet and I was like gonna take like a C note out to like go play a little blackjack or something, I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling it, it's just like you might as well give the casino your money.
Right.
So I was.
What's the
right
point? You're like, I'm not excited about this. I'm definitely gonna lose. What's the point of doing it?
I mean, listen. Every now and again, you can win. I mean, my father-in-law, for example, the man like somehow every time he sits down in a gambling little machine, he wins.
Oh, dude,
thousands of dollars. It's
Same.
Like he has a gold horseshoe up his.
I was gonna say my dad's got a horseshoe about elbow deep up there just every time he plays. So, but. I myself, not much of a gambling man, but I did make money on the New York Knicks. And I usually don't sports bet either. But if you put money down halfway through any of those Knicks games in the championship, I didn't do it the first 3, and I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it in game 5. And it worked
it's
out.
Like guaranteed money.
Yeah, it worked
Guaranteed
out for
money
me.
at
So
that point.
I really don't win when I gamble. So it just is what it is. I leave it be.
Yeah, dude, Vegas was good though. All in all, wife did her thing. She joined me. Got to see some fam who ultimately I'll see this week. For those of you who don't know, you might be like, "Oh, who's the Dads and Diapers party for?" This guy.
Yeah.
So baby coming into the world in
for you to
September.
announce that.
Incredibly
waiting
exciting.
for you to announce that.
Yeah, wife is crushing pregnancy. She's doing a wonderful job. She
Good.
got a little pregnancy massage at the hotel we were at, the resort we were at. So she was happy.
Good.
All was good, man. So happy to be back in the saddle. One thing I'll recommend to all you EV drivers out there, especially ones.
That was a delayed. Yeah, I forgot that I have that.
Especially driving through the great state of Arizona where there's not many exits to turn around, because then you just find yourself in a position where now you're kind of effed in the A.
Then you find yourself recording a podcast at 10:30 Central Standard Time.
It was either going to be that or 9-ish, but either way, it delayed us an hour because this guy missed an exit. So
no issue at all. We're here and we're
Meant to
family.
be.
It's like Olive Garden. When you're here,
Hey.
you're family.
Where's the soup? Where's the breadsticks? We're having fun. Now,
I tell
you know
people
who
this all the
isn't
time, dude. Hold on. I tell people this all the time. Olive Garden is like, yeah, it's kind of like the Taco Bell of Italian food. But if you're like, fuck it, I don't want to spend a lot of money, and I want some soups and salads and maybe like a little dish, and I don't need it to blow me out of the water, fine. It serves its purpose. I won't yuck your yum. I'm just also not going to call it authentic Italian cuisine. That's all that is.
We would go there. It was either like CC's Pizza or Olive Garden. And you'd just get stoned to the bone and you'd go there because you could just keep eating.
Yeah. I told my dad when I
great.
was younger I want to go to CC's for my birthday, and he's like, what? Why? I was like, I really want to go. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, it's my birthday. I want to go there. He's like, fine. And we went there and left. And he's like, how was that? I'm like, that was horrible. And he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, you should. He's like, I couldn't have taught you that. You had to see for yourself. It was just like, listen,
Yeah.
I was like 11, so I wasn't getting Stony Balone. I feel like it would have been different for that. But he was like, yeah, that pizza sucks. And I'm like, yeah, it does, dude. And that's why it's not
My
there
older
anymore.
brother's going there all the time. Must be great.
Not when I was 11. He was only 15 at that time. But, you know, it's just the way
Yeah.
the cookie crumbles.
It's the way the cookie crumbles. And it's, hey, broadcast, commercials, all that. I mean, it's geared towards kids too.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that'd be
By the
funny.
way-
You know how we do ads at the beginning of our episodes? That'd be
Yeah.
funny if there's like a CC's Pizza ad right before this.
I don't even
by
think
the
they're
way,
around anymore.
We don't control, I don't know if they are either. We don't control those advertisements, people. So whatever they're playing, I check in every week to make sure everything looks good. Some of them are just so funny. So I don't know if it applies to any of our listener base, but it is hilarious, some of them. It's just like, they put whatever they want up there, man.
Hey, I mean, we gotta have the marketing sometimes. I mean, that's how they get you.
It is
on
what
these
it is.
platforms. But
It is what it is.
it is what it is right, Vince. But yeah, man, it's definitely one of those situations where, yeah, when you're here, your family is, to your point.
All right, let's get into it, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Soccer or soccer or football.
What
depending on how you call it.
what about the football that's going on a world stage, Vince?
Listen, man, it is very fun. But right now we're in Strange and Unusual. And Strange and Unusual is when we talk about strange and unusual things going on. And probably the funniest and strangest thing going on is there's a considerable beef in the Fox soccer broadcast before World Cup games. So currently there is a host, I forgot her name, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Thierry Henry, and Alexi Lalas. Alexi Lalas is American. He had like a long hair and a beard and all this back in the day, kind of a stud in the 90s for an American team that kind of sucked. And they're all there. And Erling Haaland, the Viking King, was playing real well in the World Cup. And Alexi Lalas was like, if he has a good World Cup, he could pass this guy. And he pointed at Zlatan. And Zlatan's like, don't think so, man. And since then, there has been a beef. And so much that they were playing, like, keep the ball up. And him and Thierry Henry were playing. And Alexi Lalas wasn't there. Like, where is this guy? Those two are way better than Alexi Lalas ever was. And the other day, Alexi Lalas, not on the broadcast booth, moved to a different one. He's supposed to be coming back. So the host says, oh, we don't have Alexi here. And then Zlatan says, who? And she said, well, he's going to be back, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And essentially Zlatan's like, we're not going to miss him. There's no reason he's here, which I agree with. Because I'm pretty sure he said, like, pretty sure he called somebody a wanker on live TV too, not knowing what it meant.
So Rebecca, who is just, love this lady. She is like the face of soccer in the UK. Like that is her thing. Like she is like,
is that the host?
Molly Richards. Yeah. Or one could say the Diana Rossini of a UK soccer. Well, just saying she's a very notable face in this market in the UK where people know her. Like she was featured.
She's the Laura Rutledge.
Yeah, Laura Rutledge. She was also featured on what's the show about soccer? Ted Lasso. She was featured on that. You know, that whole cutscene where it's just like, and don't do that. And he's like, dude, you do whatever you like. Live.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Same lady.
Yeah.
So Zlatan threw the twist in there, and he said, your plan worked, Rebecca. America, you're welcome.
It's just, which is true. It's like we've had Alexi Lalas for years, and it's like Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the character that you want on your television screen, and Thierry Henry's a legend. So I'd rather hear them talk about it. I've heard enough Alexi Lalas in my life, so it's fine with me. I just want
to know what the beef is about.
It's really that. Zlatan takes shit personally, the way that I see it. He takes shit personally. Alexi Lalas is like, Erling Haaland's going to be better than you, and he's like, cool your jets. And since then, he's like, I don't need this anymore.
Okay.
Because also, like, who the fuck are you, Alexi Lalas? You know?
Listen, if that's what it's all about, I mean, it's crazy. But to your point, the guy holds a grudge.
Yeah.
I mean, they're old school with it. They're old school.
Well, dude, it reminds me of when they were talking about the draft in NBA, and Jay Williams, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Richard Jefferson were on there. And they were going back through drafts, and Jay Williams went second to the Bulls, and it was a big deal back in the day. And Richard Jefferson's just like, yeah, but, you know, it didn't work out for you. Essentially, Jay Williams took a little bit from it. And then Kenny Smith's like, it just, if you didn't love motorcycles so much, you would have had a great career. And they just ruined him on live TV. I'm like, good. Smoke each other out. Be more like inside the NBA. I'm fine with that. Like, bring a little bit of class and decorum to this, please.
Well, I think it's funny that I wonder if the studio heads asked Alexi to bow out or if he did it himself. Because has he been seen since?
He's coming back. He just went to a different match and to do that.
Okay, so he just got the hell out of Dodge. He's like, clearly I'm not wanted here.
And he isn't, to be honestly clear with it.
Okay.
We're all right without you.
And
America won the game, so maybe there's something to it.
Maybe there is something to it, Vince. Maybe there's something in the air. Speaking of something in the air, Dustin Poirier was seen, I believe it was at an Atlanta airport.
Yeah.
I just saw Delta, or if it may have been Boston, somewhere in the Northeast or Southeast, because that's usually where Delta hubs are.
Yeah.
This man was drunk off of his ass, got kicked off of a flight, and then was just trying to fight people actively.
Dude, he was trying to fight the Delta staff. He was trying to fight police officers. In the footage saying, I'll fight you right now. Are you going to tase me? You did a great job. You did what you could. That's what he told the officer. He also said, so he was released on bail after his arrest for a drunkenness is a misdemeanor, $1,000 in fines. He said, yeah, I need help. To that I say, if you're going to do that, then yeah.
Well, listen, he's clearly got a little too fucked up. And then you start, trying to fight people when your hands are registered as legal weapons. Probably not a great idea.
Probably bad.
But he wasn't thinking clearly.
No.
Right? I've been on a plane with somebody so drunk that they kicked him off.
I don't get it. I don't want to be drunk as hell on a plane. Personally.
I like being a scotch. I like having a nice little buzz going on to an airplane. I don't need to be wasted.
Yeah.
Because that's not fun.
I mean, it does make it go by quickly.
Buzz.
I've had before like a bachelor party or going on a trip with the boys, like I've had, 3 or 4 before getting on. I'm like, whew, all right.
Yeah.
But then like if it's long enough, man, like I did one to DC and that's like a 4-hour flight. And like 2 hours in, I'm like, I don't really want to like, I have to get a drink on the plane now to keep this going, or I'm going to start feeling like shit.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't really want to get a drink on the plane. So then I landed and I was like, God, I feel like shit. This is stupid. Why would you do this?
That's why you just got to keep the wheel spinning, to your point, because then you get like that midday crash because you get a little dehydrated hangover deal.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you don't want to keep it going. You just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
But
I'm a
clearly
sober on the plane guy, but he is not. Yeah.
Yeah, he kept it moving. So much so that clearly poor guy needs some help. Are we chalking this up to CTE?
I think it probably has something to do. I think the aggression, I think the booze, I think the fame, because he's very famous. I think it's all got something to do with it. He did say, I'm at the point where I need some help. He did realize the error of his ways pretty quickly, even when he was in handcuffs, like, oh, shit. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of sad, but also it's just like, dude, you're almost 40. Like, there's got to be a way to take care of this. And, the aggression runs deep. Clearly, he's a hell of a fighter, man. So he was saying some shit, though. He was saying some shit.
He was dropping hard ends, dude. It was, it was like, whoa. I don't know if he's allowed to do that, is he?
I don't know. I don't think so, Mike. I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
Let's just say
fucking talks like a dog.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's outside. Yeah, he's from outside Baton Rouge, but he is an all-white man. So yeah, you can't be doing that, Dustin. You can't be. So hopefully he gets help and he'll be all right.
Yeah. You hope he gets the help he needs. You pray for him.
You pray for him.
All right. Well, just on that note, if you're trying to pray for everybody, you could also do another solid task and follow and subscribe.
Yeah.
Share with a friend.
If I was gonna say, if you really want to, you can call in and do the prayer live on the show. Maybe we won't play it because that's not really. We're a pretty religiously agnostic group here, but who knows? Give it a shot and try it out.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like one of those 90 cable access TV shows where people will just call in, all right, you got us live. All right, what do you got to say? And everybody would just be like, penis. And they'd be, click it off.
All right, get rid of them. That's not what this is for. And it's like, hey there, Carm, I got something to tell you real quick. Kind of similar to our buddy Chicago Joe.
Oh, Chicago Joe's coming back on. What's Chicago Joe
caller.
got for us?
Let's see what's going on in Chicago.
Hey there, bud. It's your buddy Chicago Joe. Just calling in. I know last night was draft night. I feel like the Bulls got our guy. Last time the Bulls drafted a guy from Carolina, North Carolina, I guess. I don't know if you know him. He goes by the name of Michael Jordan.
Kobe White. Doesn't matter. All right.
Familiar? Yeah, I think so. 6 rings with the guy, all right, all in the 90s, so just run it back, I guess. Might have to get past the bad boy Pistons or something again, history repeats itself, right? Anyway, in other news, we got the freaking FIFA World Cup going on, I don't know too much about soccer, but I'll tell you what, some of the shots at the crowd are pretty nice, if you know what I mean.
Joe.
Yeah, but anyway, nothing too much going on. I know the Cubs, they're looking up. Although we need more pitching bad. We lost another guy. I think Edward Cabrera's hamstring exploded last night over in New York. But anyway, things are going up. Dansby Swanson is officially hitting, I think, above 190.
Congrats.
So, I guess you could say he's back. All right. Well, I'll leave it at that, boys. I'll leave you with a joke here. I didn't make this one up, but maybe you know it. All right, here it goes. Goes like this. Why did the Scarecrow get promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field. That's pretty good, guys. All right. Come see Cherry Purple at Dirty Nelly's this Saturday in Palatine. Doors open at 7. All right. Bring a friend. Bring 2. Drinks will be flowing. All right. You'll catch me there. Chicago Joe signing out. Taxi Squad or go fuck yourself.
Go see Chicago Joe and Cherry Purple at Dirty Nelly's this weekend, kids. Saturday
Now,
night,
the
have
real
a drink.
question
bring a
is
friend.
if that's Chicago Joe's son, or I think it's, if Chicago Joe has a band, that's kind of par for course.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe it's Chicago Joe's kid, but yeah, we'll have to check that out on the Saturday. Could
Go
be a
there
fun
and
late
do
night
it.
Snack.
Go there and do it. I heard Cherry Purple's a hell of a band. I'm biased, but I'm hell of a band. Dude, first comment. A lot of people are doing this Caleb Wilson, Michael Jordan thing. Kobe White went to North Carolina, and he was our first round draft pick. I get it, but also Michael
I just
Jordan.
think it's a top 4 pick, and people are excited, Vince.
I agree.
It's a top 5 pick.
I'm just telling you, people are like, what happened last time we drafted somebody from North Carolina? I was like, he was pretty good. It wasn't Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it was
Kobe
pretty
White, but it wasn't Michael Jordan.
I mean, we'll get into it in further depth, but I will say that Bulls look to be cooking something up here.
I think so too. I like the way
Bulls
they're
are
going.
cooking right now. There are some nice little things happening here.
Oh yeah,
that I'm intrigued about their draft, and they made some moves today. We'll talk about it. There could be some other people on the move. We got a lot of trades to get into in the NBA chat, so we'll get into it. We'll get into it, and then Chicago Joe's Cubs, man, just the injuries, and we'll
They're starting
chat
to
about
win a
those
little
too.
more too, but we'll get to them. But we have other baseball though, Mike.
We have, some might say, some of the most important baseball of early summer, Vince.
Sure, yeah.
You look like somebody just shit in your lap. Like what? What was the face? It was just like
I said, sure, yeah. I was trying to see what you're gonna say. Yeah, I watched the World Series, the final of the World Series. Awesome, rocks.
It's a great time. Now, this series was very interesting. So, in case you're living under a rock, Oklahoma played the North Carolina Tar Heels in the College World Series, best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in Omaha, Nebraska. Oklahoma, game 1, 9-3. North Carolina, game 2, 1 to force game 3.
6-2. They gave him the deal.
Well, and they brought out one of their aces too. So it was crazy to me to see how this worked. In the final game, Oklahoma scores 13 runs on 14 hits. Kyle Branch drove in 6 runs on his own. Jackson Willits had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Pitcher LJ Mauritius allowed just 1 earned run in 5.5 innings. North Carolina used 8 pitchers trying to stop the Sooners' offense. Didn't happen.
You couldn't, yeah. I mean,
Oklahoma hasn't won a College World Series since 1994. It's almost 30-plus years. Impressive. North Carolina has been here, though, quite often in the past decade. So, reached its first College Men's World Series in 2007. Made its 13th College World Series appearance this year. So, they were seeking their first. Yeah. They haven't won it yet.
Wow. And they've been doing it for 20 years and they haven't won one.
Yep. So
damn.
All the teams that Oklahoma faced on their way to Omaha: Ole Miss, Alabama, West Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina. So
good for them.
It was
Congrats,
a hell
boys.
of a series, Vince. Once again, the more fun of these series is the super regionals, to watch this whole thing transpire.
Yeah, work itself out.
Yes. What's really cool, though, is that the shortstop for Georgia, his little brother, plays at OU.
I saw that. He was there.
Yeah. So they stayed, the whole family stayed to cheer on the little bro, and they won a title. And the older bro, was his last year at Georgia. He's a senior. In his last at-bat, against his little brother. Granted, Georgia was getting absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, it's still a cool
Against
story.
his little brother was a home run. The game was over, but he hit a home run in his
But
final
still,
at bat.
yeah, and his brother too is just like
Dapped him up at second.
Yeah.
Like it was very brotherly, and
it was
you gotta
nice.
love that.
The Boys of Summer, nice little story. Yeah, it was cool. But
Yeah.
Oklahoma
Yeah,
reigns
so-
supreme, and now we get to talk MLB draft, Mike.
We are going to get into MLB draft next week. We have a very special guest, and we'll drop the lead here. Do we do it now?
Sure, man.
So next week, friend of the pod, friend of the show, Mr.
Repeat
Donnie
guest.
Marbit will be joining us next week. St. Louis Cardinals scout to discuss the 2026 MLB draft. This man is a fascinating discussion.
Let's go.
We haven't had a guest in a minit, Mike. You got to get hyped.
It's going to
for it.
be fun. It's going to
Yeah.
be fun. More guests on the horizon as well. So be on the lookout for that. New updates. We need some updates from folks that we haven't chatted with in a minute as well.
I agree.
All right, Vince, talk about soccer.
Soccer's going on. Now you have to lock in, Mike, because we're about to get to the knockout stage soon.
You're right. You know what? We're going to be together all day Saturday, and let's find a bar where we can go watch soccer. Is there a bar that we could find that we could sing songs in? Because I want to go to a bar that they're singing the fight songs.
I will be going there with our friend tomorrow, but I already got a soccer bar.
Is it walking distance?
It's a hell of a walk, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So we do.
I'd take a Kelly Oubre there, but I'll be going there tomorrow for the U.S. game. But that being said, it's gonna get exciting. I texted you, America, hell yeah, and you're like, huh? I'm like, this motherfucker's not even watching it right now.
I was not paying attention this week. I didn't have the time. I was out
They're good.
whining and dining and wheeling and dealing.
They're good. They're having fun. And I'm pretty sure that was in the weekend too, so that's a lie, but we're fine. A couple big things going on right now. So if you look at the standings right now, the U.S. already won Group D. They're already moving on. This last game is just for shits and gigs, fun times. Did we expect this? No. Which is great. I mean, I'll take it all day. As far as the rest of things are concerned, big storylines. Number one, Vozinha. I think that's how you say his name. He's the goalie for Cape Verde. And
Okay.
this is a fun story. So this really shows you how many people watch soccer across the world. Because we know it's the most popular sport in the entire world. No question. He had 50,000 Instagram followers before they played Spain. Cape Verde, however you say it, versus Spain ended in a 0-0 tie, which is insane because Spain's a unit in soccer and they might win it all. This guy started with 50,000. He was saving everything. They shout out his Instagram on the broadcast. The next morning, he had 10 million followers. He went from 50K to 10 mil. Within days, he passed Pat Mahomes, Victor Wembanyama, Travis Kelce, close to Tom Brady now. He's got 15.8 million followers right now on Instagram.
And what country does he play for?
Cape Verde. He's the goalkeeper for Cape Verde or Verde or however you say it.
Well, Verde is Spanish for green, so I'm going to say that we're close there.
But I don't think it's Spanish. I think it's off the coast of Africa, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
So I don't even know how to go about it. He is a 40-year-old goalkeeper. Oldest in that country to take the field in the World Cup and third oldest goalie of all time to take the field in World Cup.
So they're in the top, they're playing the 48 now, or is it the 44?
They're still in group stages, yeah.
Okay. And then when do the knockout stages start?
I want to say there's one more game or maybe two. I think maybe there's 5 of these. So a lot of teams have to play their third games right now. Maybe it's 3. I don't know the exact layout, but
the shoo-ins are South Africa, Canada, Morocco, Germany, the USMNT, Brazil, Mexico, Switzerland, and Argentina. Those are the shoo-ins as of now.
Well, all the ones that are blue on Google right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So yeah, 23 are going to get through. It depends on your win-loss, obviously, and then goals scored. So I think we said it last time, but everybody that's first and second in the group get through, and then a select amount of the best third place teams also get through in this category as well. So if you're a team like France or a team like the US or a team like Germany, you're like, we made it, kids.
Isn't there a path where Iran could play the US at some point?
I think so. I mean, they're in Group G right now, and they have 2 draws and they have 2 points. So they're actually in second in their layout right now. They're tied with Belgium.
All right, here we go. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? If the USA and Iran play, the winner of the game gets the Strait of Hormuz. There you go.
That'd be
We're playing for the fucking Strait of Hormuz.
That'd be crazy world
is.
Politics. I was watching it with my dad, and he made that joke too. We were watching. He's like, are they playing for the Strait? What's crazy about Iran is that their government does not want them to be in the U.S. So the minute that they finish a game, they're moving him to Mexico and then bringing him back into play and then moving him out of Mexico again. They're like, you're not staying in that country. Which, to be fair, active war, don't blame them. I originally thought the U.S. government was kicking them out. Yeah.
It's really not our war anymore, but you thought there was a deal, and then we're take back seas, and it's just like, okay.
I was gonna say, we're not blameless, Mike. We're not blameless in this war.
No, we fight other people's wars as the history of fucking time goes on. It's just we're the world police. Go figure.
You want to know what war I'm interested in right now, Mike?
What war are you interested in?
The GOAT debate. I live and die. I live and die by the GOAT debate. I hate the basketball one. I love the soccer one. And that's because my guy's winning. Ronaldo versus Messi. Who's the GOAT?
I mean,
are you a Messi guy or are you a Ronaldo guy?
When it's all said and done, I mean, can we probably agree that Mbappe is going to be the guy?
All right. We're not involved in 24.
I'm just saying, have you seen this guy play the game? He looks like a fucking running back out there.
You're the guy being like Tom Brady retires, and you're like, well, Pat Mahomes is the best ever. Like, give him time. You gotta look at these old guys. You know what I'm saying? Mbappe's a hell of a player. There's no question about it. He's insane, but you never know what's going to happen his whole career. We're talking longevity.
As far as the whole package goes, one might be able to argue Ronaldo. Good-looking dude.
Right.
I mean, come on.
He's hot and big. Yeah, and good at scoring.
Right. So there you go. So he's got like the whole. And then Lionel Messi's kind of like rags to riches stories.
That's it.
So he came from nothing and became one of the most.
Born with a birth issue, comes up, smaller guy, doesn't know if he's going to be good, and then just goes absolutely Super Saiyan for years. And we talked about it last week, and Messi gets a hat trick. He comes out again, scores 2 more, now holds the all-time top goal scorer record in men's World Cup history. I think he's at 18 now. Dog.
Well, he's got 5 goals right now.
Yeah, in one World Cup.
How do you pronounce Erling's last name?
Holland.
Yep. That's who they're calling the Viking, and then Mbappe.
Yeah, which all 3 of them are obviously gods, and Holland's the man, and that's the reason that Alexi Lalas wasn't in the booth. But then on the other end, these Brazilians have funny names. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius.
I
learned this was a name the other day because I talked to a guy who's named Vinicius, and he goes by Vinny, and I was like, dude, we have the same name. And he's like, we do. I just have the Brazilian version. I'm like, that's so sick. I never knew it was a thing. No, but I mean, Brazil, are they better than they usually are? No, but they can be something. But I do want to talk about the guy from Portugal, because obviously last week, Portugal had a harder time in the game. Ronaldo doesn't score. The conversation is he too old? Are they better off? Because like last World Cup, when he wasn't on the field, they actually played better because it wasn't like we have to get it to our idol Ronaldo all of the time. He doesn't have to take over the game. They do play Uzbekistan, which is essentially like playing, a double-A team when you're a major league team. he scored 2 goals in their 5-0 victory over Uzbekistan in the group stage, so he's back to it. Because before that, he went on a crazy streak of no real goals, just PK goals or free kick goals. So he's back in it too, but I don't know. At this point, dude, and I am obviously a Messi fan, but I'm going to take Messi all day.
I just feel like the story overall is
It's who you want to root for.
Yeah, that's probably the
And,
fairest
he's been married for a long time, and he seems like a good guy and all that shit, too. It's nice to see.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I do believe when it's all said and done, Mbappe's him because just a freak of nature.
There's a lot of career to go, though,
I know, but who's getting offered $1 billion?
Messi, and if the state of the world was what it was like today, Messi and Ronaldo would have been getting that stuff when they were playing in La Liga, when they were playing in Barcelona and Real Madrid. Like, it's just a change in the tides. Or like when Ronaldo was on Man United, like, come on. You're telling me he's not getting $1 billion from that team? Like, he was the reason that the clock ticked back in the day. So, I don't know.
So, Vince, what are some of your favorite matchups coming up in the World Cup?
For the end of this knockout stage, obviously the U.S. game tomorrow is going to be freaking awesome, playing Turkey or Turkey. Well, I don't know when that ended up changing, or if I'm just ignorant.
I just think
Turkey,
but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, but I don't think that's how you say it because they're not saying that in the broadcast. I do like watching, Norway, because that's Erling Haaland's team, and that's awesome to see them play the way that they are. For me, honestly, dude, there's Norway, France is going to rule. It's going to rule because you got the two guys we just talked about playing against each other. It's Haaland versus Mbappe. That's going to be fucking awesome.
Two of the top scorers playing each other in this series could be impressive. And is that on Friday that whole thing starts?
That is Friday, 2 p.m. Friday, 2 p.m.
Oh, so what a wonderful afternoon to just drink and be merry and watch soccer. Clock
in. Yes, sir. No doubt. Japan's been a hell of a team so far. I think they're surprisingly good. So I like to watch them as well. Some of these matchups are like, all right, I'm good. One thing of note, England's playing really well. And the conversation's always like, bring the trophy home. And they never fucking do. I think everybody knew they were going to get through the group stage anyway. And they're definitely going to do it this year. They're playing Panama. They go through and win it on Saturday. Their spot is secured. I think it'd be so fun to have a England versus U.S. battle. I think it'd be so fun to see France versus England, see if they can stack up. Harry Kane's a hell of a player, man. He really is.
Well, some claim that this is England's best team ever.
Right. But I mean, even last time, now England's going to do it.
If they drop one to Panama, that would be insane. Now, a game that I think people are kind of sleeping on here.
Okay.
Portugal, Colombia.
Yeah.
That's a South American battle right there.
No, it's not.
No?
Why would that be South American battle?
Aren't they both in South America?
Mike.
Sorry, Vince.
Portugal?
Forgive me. Your boys. Well, give me a fucking map. Okay.
Brazilians speak Portuguese, but Portugal's in Europe, man.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, next to Spain.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They're very far. They're very.
You ever learn as to
away.
why that happened? The reason that the Brazilian people speak Portuguese?
Save me, Vince. Tell me.
Spain and Portugal made an agreement when they were colonizing everybody, and they made a dividing line and essentially cut through all of South America. So Spain got all this stuff. And with a blissfully unaware ability to realize that Brazil is a massive, massive fucking country. And they were like, well, there's all the forests and all that shit. And then they ended up doing Portuguese in Brazil and everything else became Spanish. That's why that happened. But yes, Portugal.
So at one point it was okay, there you go.
Portugal, most notably European.
All right.
This is why we do it.
Roast.
We talk about sports and stupid stuff, dude. It is what it is.
Well-deserved roast. Next time I'll look at a fucking map. There's so many countries in this fucking thing. There's countries
dude.
you've never heard of.
Don't get me wrong. We were watching the other day on Father's Day, and it was also Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. We were watching Cape Verde, or Verde. You know, I can't even say it. Everybody's like, where is that? I was like, I assume it's like somewhere outside of South Africa, maybe an island country. I look at it and it's like right outside of Algeria. And I was like, that was just wrong. That's the other side of the map.
So Spain is essentially right next to Portugal.
Yeah.
And then that's so fucking confusing.
Why?
But they're separate countries.
They are.
Okay.
Different languages.
Right. Yeah, state lines. Okay. Crazy.
Portugal is supposed to be a beautiful place to visit too, and I plan on doing it. There's a couple of them here where you're like same thing. We were talking about Uruguay. A couple people in my family are like, that's like right outside Africa, right? I'm like, nope, that's South America. But
fucking
like
Christopher Columbus over here. I mean, Jesus. Next time I get on this show, I got to do a whole map read. Like, all right, where are all these places?
I can tell you where a lot of countries are until you get to like Southeast Asia or like a lot of African countries. It's like I can't tell you where things are. Middle East gets a little hairy. I know where things are relatively, but like Europe, America, South America, I could take care of business.
Well, it does seem to be fun, Vince. We may actually have some fun World Cup games to check out on Saturday while the boys are back in town.
Yeah, boy.
So we'll definitely have to peep that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Vince, let's get to the biggest sport in Chicago right now, baseball.
Major League Baseball.
Because the White Sox and the Cubs both have great records. Essentially the same record. And if the seasons ended today, if both of their seasons ended today, they would make the playoffs.
Cubs are wild card. No shit. Didn't even check that.
Yep. Cubs would be in the playoffs if the season ended
Hey, guess
today.
who's one game out of wild card, Mike?
Who?
The Marlins. I told you, they're a sneaky little team.
That's even crazier.
I know. I know.
The Cubs, if they were in the AL Central, would be in first place or tied for first place as the White Sox are today. But the Brewers just can't stop fucking winning.
Yep.
And I don't get it. Like, this team is just so good.
Every single year.
Just, you pray if you're a Cub fan that they shit the bed.
When?
In
How?
the playoffs.
Oh, they always do.
Playoffs. Like what they've done the past, I don't know.
They always will. They're going to play good in the regular season, and then they're like, oh, we don't have enough power to win in the playoffs. Like, always. That's how it always goes. But, I mean, shit, they're, 3 games away from being the best team in the National League right now. They have less losses than the Braves. They have the same amount of losses as the Dodgers. They're just 2-3 games behind as it goes. Yankees are on a tear. Yankees have been on a tear. The Cubs, though, unbeknownst to all the goddamn injuries that they have right now, have seemed to figure something out. They're playing a lot better on the road than they have. PCA's turned it on. Like, after that, one girl yelled at her, and then all the people were booing him, and then he hit a home run. It seemed like it Freaky Friday'd him a little bit, and he learned how to play baseball again. As Chicago Joe said, Dansby Swanson's actually hitting a little bit again, which is good. They obviously need help in areas, but they're definitely way better than they were the last couple weeks when we've just been talking shit about them mercilessly. Got to give them credit where it's deserved.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And they're 7-3 in their last 10, so that's looking promising if you're a Cub fan. But man, this injury list continues to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So last week we talked about 7 pitchers.
Yeah.
Being on the IL. Let's add 2 more to that list, making that a grand total of 9.
Edward Cabrera was already on it. He comes back and then ruins himself again, dude. It's horrible. It's horrible.
So, Edward Cabrera, they're saying what? He suffered a left hamstring?
I'm going to go with Chicago Joe said. He said he blew his hamstring up, but I don't know what happened to him. I didn't see the video.
Okay, maybe you have to pull that up because now I have morbid curiosity.
Okay.
Ben Brown, who's been just absolutely dogging for them.
He's been good, yeah.
Kind of leading the pack, kind of like they're one guy that they know if they put him out there, he's going to be capable of getting you a W. Placed on a 15-day DL with a neck strain. And then Jed came out recently.
That sucks.
Let's see it.
It wasn't even him pitching,
let's see
dude. It wasn't even him pitching, dude.
Let's
it was
see
him. Yeah, I'm making it full screen right now. It was him covering the first base bag, which hurts a little bit more.
Oh, dugout already. He's going to have an easy inning, and he let up.
On the ground, Horner slides, makes the play. Cabrera the stretch, out at first.
Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, no. Let's see if he's okay. Hobbling a little bit.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Stretching to cover the bag, that is not the way you want to see a guy go out. That's for sure.
Yeah, he definitely Jimenez'd himself there. That's horrible. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see anybody Eloy themselves. That
Moderate left hamstring strain, didn't tear it.
Well, that's nice, but soft tissue injuries are tough to battle, especially as a pitcher where you need, your lower half to push.
Well, that's
but
what
man, now
Murakami
9 pitchers
right
on the IL.
Uh-huh.
Well, right. 9 pitchers on the IL, and then they add insult to injury. They're saying Justin Steele may not come back this year.
Yeah.
Or he may come back just in bullpen work, and then Cade Horton out for the season.
Yeah.
Some of their best pitching is gone.
Yeah.
And
I mean, 2 years ago, Justin Steele was Cy Young candidate. Last year,
do you
he's out
mortgage
the
the
entire
future?
Year.
Do you mortgage the future and go get yourself a pitcher? Like a Robbie Ray, who we discussed a couple weeks ago.
Do you? Or is there something in the water? Like, who's to say he's not going to get injured? Like, what do we even... How do you know? Like, it sucks for them because it's like, even, no matter what they do. And I know you guys got a couple people on the 15-day. Matthew Boyd hurt himself playing with his kid. He should be around this week to return. He's a good starter that you expect to be good. I think you do have to go get pitching, but this is the conversation with every pitcher that you want to get or player that you want to get. Are you going to be playing baseball next year? Do you give up a guy that you're going to have for a year and then not play baseball for an entire fucking year? And what happens to that contract year? So where does value lie if you're not confident you're going to play next year?
Or do you call up all your top prospects now and just see what you got? Because to your point, maybe you don't play next year.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Jackson Wiggins is their top prospect in their farm system right now. At this stage of the game, do you have another choice but to call this kid up and see what he's got? Because
are you trusting him in a high leverage scenario as a young man? Like, you kind of have to.
Well,
you're expecting these
don't
guys
have
to
a
come
choice
back
at
in
this stage of the
2
game.
months. Like, are you just going to have all your pitchers back in August? Like,
all right, here's what you do. You call Jose Quintana first call.
yeah, where is
that
he?
man?
Is
Will
he
come
playing
out
right now?
Where is Jose Quintana? Because that man's been playing baseball since I've been 10 years old.
Oh yeah,
And I'm not going to argue that fact.
and it was
I
like,
know it to be.
it was like technically he hasn't, but basically he has.
Right.
He is on the Rockies right now.
The Rockies, perfect. There you go. Go get that. Go bring that guy back. He did
Played
well
9
for
games.
you, 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
get
the
Quintana.
last time
You
he
won't
was
have
on
to
the
give up much.
Cubs. Last time he was on the Cubs was 7 years ago, give or take. I mean, shit. Like, he was an all-star 1 year for the White Sox. He's throwing a 5.27. He might be able to pitch better in Chicago than he does in Colorado because we know that's just a hitter's ballpark through and through. Might be worth it. I mean, yeah. And, like, we're going to have this conversation about trading, and it's, if you think you're going to win this year, then make the trade. If you don't, you want to keep a guy for a couple of years, you have to think about not playing baseball next year because that is a realistic thing that's going to happen. And I don't see how they're going to get through it.
Well, there's some talks that are coming out of the PA that they may want to try and get rid of some farm league action where now you're starting to see consolidated minor leagues where in the past you could draft kids out of high school. You're not going to be capable of doing that anymore. And they're going to really just shrink the minor league system to say, okay, let those guys go play college no matter what, and then bring them to the MLB,
Retain the rights.
I don't necessarily.
I think it's a good
I don't agree with it.
Why?
Well, think about it.
What are
when
we
you're
doing in high
playing
A?
in college, you're playing to win in college, right?
Yeah.
So those coaches aren't trying to really develop you. They're just trying to get the most out of you at the time. You could
I
have
know, but
piss poor form and
I think winning
they're like,
mentality.
yeah. Okay,
I think
great.
winning mentality means a lot too, though, because what you'll see a lot in baseball too is just like, all right, I'm going in there and doing this, and I need to do this because this is how I'm supposed to do it. And you're like, sometimes you got to win the fucking game, though. And I've seen a lot of people that are just like, well, I did what I needed to do. It's like, you know, think about the situation, think about what you're doing. Like, I get what you're saying, but what's the difference of playing in a College World Series versus playing in high A?
You're with a team that has something invested in you, especially if they wasted a high draft pick on you. You know what?
But those guys don't even play in high A,
for?
Mike. This is for Donnie.
Yeah.
We got to talk to Donnie about it. Yeah.
This is a great question for Donnie Marbit. Because to the point, here's a guy who did both. So I'm very, questionable about that. Who's to say we play baseball next year? I will say this: if there is a strike and it goes longer than August of the following year, I think baseball's cooked.
Dude, it's just you've done this before. You get the steroids in, it brings people back. You do another lockout. You're like, guys, gentlemen.
Do you think we'll see steroids again?
I mean, I don't know how we didn't change an unusual list. They did do the enhanced games. Did you see anything about this?
I love the enhanced games. Yes.
Did you see?
Fantastic.
It was funny because everybody was jacked. No records broken. Nothing crazy happening there. I'm like, these are just guys that aren't like that good at the sport that just did a bunch of steroids and got in to do it. Because you're like, what you want to see is top athletes doing them and getting enhanced and doing something crazy. These weren't athletes that were good enough. They were just yoked because they were on a bunch of roids. You're like, all right, well, this is just a normal man does something incredible instead of an incredible man doing something even more incredible, you know?
Well, to your point, I mean, performance-enhancing drugs do start, but do help. But they also did.
You need the talent.
The PED Olympics.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. That's what those were.
was-
That's what the enhanced games was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the enhanced games are great. The enhanced games are
it's
wonderful.
fine. It's fine. Just be better. Like if you're not that good of a swimmer, and then you do a bunch of steroids, you're still not gonna be a great swimmer. You have to be good at swimming first. Like that's like saying like,
Correct.
oh, this guy's like a single A player, but he did a bunch of steroids. He's gonna play like Barry Bonds. No, that is not how that works. That is not how that works. It doesn't teach you the IQ.
Vince, shall we spin the proverbial wheel of death?
I think we should spin the wheel of teams, Mike. I think that's a great idea. And let me open
Or
it
some
up.
might consider it the wheel of hope, because every time we talk about a team on the wheel of death,
we're doing Oppo
better.
death. We're Oppo
So-
death in every team that we do this with.
Okay.
All right, let's get it going. And here we go. Oh, move screen. Boo. The Cleveland Guardians. Boo. This is sad. It comes off of a extra innings White Sox loss against the Cleveland Guardians, so I do dislike
They
them.
got the best of us today. They got
but-
the best of us today. That's
White Sox win the series. The Guardians, I mean, this is applicable to the White Sox, so we're not just going to keep glazing our boys, but the Guardians were the front runner of the division for a long time, especially with the Tigers playing worse and Twins finally heating up a little bit. Royals having a shitty season so far. Guardians lead the division for seemingly the first month and a half, and then those scrappy little White Sox come up. They take the division. Now they're tied. up and down, back and forth. They split two losses and 1 win against the White Sox this week. We talked about it last week with the Hammett bone, I think it was called. You see Jose Ramirez go down with that. He's clearly their best player. They're the Brewers of the AL. They're probably going to the playoffs, Mike. How do you feel about this year's Cleveland Guardians?
I don't know if I'm ready to consider them the Brewers of the AL.
They have been for years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see the
lowest
plug.
payroll in baseball.
Okay, but I don't necessarily.
They always win the division. Lowest payroll in baseball. They always win the division. They just make teams.
They keep their good talent in house. There's no doubt about it.
But they traded Lindor. And they traded pitching. And they're bad in the playoffs. They're the Brewers.
And they keep Jose Ramirez. But you know what they are doing is also drafting some of the best talent in the MLB, and Travis Pisana, who's, I mean, granted didn't have a great day today, but
Kyle Manzardo, remember him coming up?
Yeah. It looks to be like these are guys. So right now the Sox and they're just battling. And over the next, I think 3 months, it's going to be the same story, barring any injuries. Because right now, the next closest team in this race is the Twins, which have really started to come on here over the last, I would say, month?
They're heating.
They're starting to get better. Byron Buxton stayed healthy for a full season. I don't think I've seen that in his entire career.
It's because he's preparing to get traded.
I mean, their pitching staff is strong. I mean, the Sox didn't score more than 6 runs this entire series.
Gavin Williams and Parker Messick are for real. And if you look at this rotation 5 years ago, you're seeing, Zach Plesac was on that team. You saw Mike Clevenger when he was pitching well, Shane Bieber. Who's the older guy? Who's the older guy who was on that team that went to the World Series with them? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Shane Bieber.
There was another guy too, and I'll figure it out. But they seemingly get talent out of nowhere and draft exceptionally well, regardless of what's going on. And this is the same thing again. I mean, Cade Smith, hard time against the White Sox, but outside of that, he's one of the best closers in baseball. And they don't even have their other closer that was amazing. Because they get rid of Emmanuel Clase and then they just throw Cade Smith in there like nothing happened.
They had no choice but to get rid of Clase because he was betting on the game.
That was it.
Did you ever forget that?
No, but this is what I'm saying. He was, top 3 closer in baseball? He goes away. Oh, yeah, Cade Smith's coming in. He's probably top 5 right now. You're like, what?
Well, at least he's not betting on himself, right?
100%. But, where did these guys come from is what I'm saying. What are we doing?
Because
Corey Kluber.
They draft and develop talent. Corey Kluber. That's it.
Jeez Louise.
He was great, man.
He was great, dude.
He went and pitched for the Rangers as they did their run. He was impressive for them for a while, and then he was impressive after that. And he was kind of like the guy that, all right, if you're willing to pay him and you're in a compete now mode, he was the guy to go get.
I'd like to do something with the wheel now, Mike, and I say Cleveland Indians / Guardians. Who do you think of first?
Indians.
Top of mind. No, the player.
Of all time?
Just who do you think of when you think of the Cleveland baseball team?
Jim Thome.
I like it.
Or Kenny Lofton.
Dude.
Or
you know who I have in my head for some dumbass reason? Cliff Lee.
Who? Cliff Lee was insanely good at baseball.
So good. And then he goes to the Phillies and he was amazing. But I think of that logo. I think of Chief Wahoo and I'm like, Cliff Lee. No idea why that's in my head.
Fucking Coco Crisp for a while there. He was on the Indians.
So many guys. That's the thing.
And to your point, they've always just been like, nah, we're good. Go ahead. The only guy you could say that they've kept in the building for an extended period of time is Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, Manny goes, Cliff Lee goes. They've always done this, and they know how they want to set up their team. I mean, Stephen Kwan's been on the team for a while. They get Rhys Hoskins, and he's having an okay season, not a great. No, he's having a horrible season. Just kidding.
Well, their offense since the loss of Jose Ramirez has been inconsistent, to say
Yep.
the least. And they might need to bring up some of their top talent if this is going to work.
I'm sure it'll happen.
I mean, once you do get Jose Ramirez back, those Sox, man, you better hope that Teal and Murakami all come back and start to hit at the same time.
Yeah,
because that would be the ideal situation. And if you're the White Sox, how do you combat a team that's going to get its best player back soon? You hope to get Murakami back before the All-Star break. I don't see that happening.
Wait till after.
I'm getting texts from White Sox fans right now about like, man, Teal hasn't been really hitting that great, huh? I'm like,
It's been up for 4 days.
been up for 4 days.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he needs to pick it up.
Cool off.
I'm like, what the?
Meanwhile, he played
since
a
April.
wonderful defensive game today at catcher with some wild pitching. So I'll take it all day. You're not looking for your offense through your catcher, but we're talking about the Cleveland Guardians.
It's the same division, Vince.
I know, but my thing with them, dude, is even watching the last couple games, it's like, regardless of who's up, you're like, shit. Like today, they get into the 10th inning and Petey Halpin, absolute laser. I'm like, who the fuck is Petey Halpin? Where did he come from? And then the last batter to drive the run in, Khalil Watson. He's got 6 games in the MLB. He's hitting 176 so far. He comes in, shot right out to the left field. There you go. They score a run. They're gonna do it. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's Petey Halpin or Stuart Fairchild, or they got Bo Naylor, don't forget. Oh, yeah, there's another one, Josh Naylor. Remember when he would just be annoying and stupid all the time they play him? It's just guys, guys. They just got dudes. They got certified dudes no matter what it is. It's just certified dudes.
Is his brother Bo Naylor?
Josh Naylor's brother's Bo Naylor. Yeah, that's why I said that. Bo Naylor's on the Guardians now.
That's hysterical. They both got drafted clearly very similar times. Josh Naylor's a unit. Is he as big as his brother?
I don't know if he's a big fatty or not, because Josh Naylor's a big fatty, and I can say that because ditto, brother.
Josh Naylor's he's a part of the big boy club. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But to your point, some of these guys, you just
Petey Halpin? Who
the fuck's Petey Halpin?
Leave me alone, Pete.
I'm with you. I mean, the Sox today, they could have put up some more runs, but this series in general was a 1-game deciding factor every game.
Yep. I mean, extra innings all the time. White Sox go into the 9th inning down 3-1 today, and they hit 2 home runs in a row, and it's tied, and Guardians didn't give up. They end up winning the game. They lose to 2 games
Was it
before.
Sir Anthony Dominguez who gave up those home runs?
I don't think it was.
Wow.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
He is the worst. It's a tightrope with him every time.
I know.
It was Grant Taylor. Grant Taylor just couldn't get it done.
To be honest, and if you look at their splits this year, back to the White Sox, if you look at the splits this year, it's so funny because Sir Anthony Dominguez has a 1.2, I think, this year in non-save situations and like a 5 in save situations. Grant Taylor has a 5 in non-save situations and like a 2 in save situations. Swap them. Put them in opposite situations. They're going to be great. Like, just do it. It's right in front of your face, Will. Just do it, man.
Let's bring my guy back, Vince. Let's bring him back.
Liam?
Give me some floppy piece of shit Liam Hendricks.
Bring back Hendricks. He's somewhere, right?
I think he's out of the game. I think he's out of the game.
Oh, he's in the Cubs organization right now. He was just on the Red Sox. Yeah, he's in the Cubs now, so back to Chicago. I feel it.
Yeah, maybe he can scream after, closing out a game against the Rockies or the Royals.
Yeah, he was no good. He just won reliever of the year 2 times on the White Sox, but he's no good.
Yeah, except when the game mattered the most. Yeah,
except
great.
that was always his situation. That was his role. It still makes no fucking sense to me.
Against really good teams, he would never close the door. That's all I got.
It is what it is. Let's talk about basketball. Huh?
Okay, before we move to basketball.
Yeah.
Is there a path for the White Sox and the Guardians/Indians to meet in the AL wild card?
Yes.
Because
easy.
And that would just be music.
Yeah, because neither of them are going to be the 1 seed in the AL, so they're going to have to play in the first round. if they both end up playing to what they're doing right now, like season ends right now, they meet up. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's probably the most likely situation, to be honest.
Very true.
And I don't know if I want
that.
To be honest.
I kind of want it. It's like the devil you know, right?
Yes.
Don't look now, but the Mariners are back in first place.
They are. You know what the conversation is every year? They showed that they can do it last year, but just push it through August and call me again. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, well, to your point, Vince, let's talk about some basketball, shall we?
Let's do. Something big happened last night and tonight, Mike, and that is the NBA draft, where dreams come true and people are happy, and ESPN put on a broadcast that was kind of weird, and they're just not good at it, and the panel that they had was just meh. It's just not great TV, but I love watching it because I like basketball. That's the NBA. That's the NBA draft.
Was Stephen A. Smith involved?
He was not on the broadcast, thank God.
Oh.
It was Malika Andrews and a group of plebeians, and Shams was there a little bit and all that. And you're like, okay. Tim Legler, like him. We could do that every time. Other than that, I'm like,
Tim
all
Legler's been around a minute. Tim Legler is like the Joel Klatt of the basketball crew for ESPN, right?
He's kind of the Todd of basketball.
Yeah.
That's kind of his role.
We'll
Yeah, but the rest of them were fine. They had this thing where every time they get drafted, they went in for an interview in like a weird like casting couch looking room where it was just like they go in.
So
there
what made you want to get into basketball?
That was literally what it was like. How do you feel right now? It's like, I'm really happy. You're like, okay. And it was weird because it's like you're trying to see like the pick is in and you want them to talk about the prospects. And the whole time it's just like, he wanted to be a basketball player since he was a boy. And you're like, all right, do this after. Play the draft. It's 2 minutes.
You ever played basketball on camera before?
Hold on. All right. So either way, we're not here to talk about the broadcast. Kind of sucked. They got to fix it. Big players going. It's the most stacked draft we've had in a while. We talked about all these players throughout March Madness. Whole run on freshmen. Kind of exactly what we expected. We expected DeBonsa. We expected Darren Peterson. We expected Boozer, and then we expected Caleb Williams. That's exactly how it went. We didn't know who was going to go 2-3. We knew DeBonsa was going 1 to the Wizards. Wizards get Trae Young back. They got their shit set up. DeBonsa going into BYU, best player in the country, paid him a bag, leaves there, proves that he's amazing. Great. All that's good. I think he's going to be an awesome NBA player. The layout of all this is that, hey, any of these top 4 or 5 guys can all be stars. They all have the ability to. Darren Peterson, I don't know if you remember last year at Kansas, supposedly he had a creatine allergy or something like that. He was having a hard time. He pulled himself out of the game. People were like, no dog in him. Hell of a fucking scorer. Just insanely good scorer. Hell of a jump shot. You're like, he's going to be good. So he goes to Utah. Storyline there is he didn't work out for the Utah Jazz. He only worked out for the Wizards. People are like, is he going to go there? A year ago I guess today or the last week, Ace Bailey, who's on the Utah Jazz, didn't work out for the Jazz. And they're like, fuck it, whatever. Like, we're going to draft him anyway. They don't care. They know if he's good. They've seen his tape. They don't need to work out. 3 goes the Boozer boy. I was really praying that they took Cam Boozer in that spot because you're like, all right, give him to him. I don't want Cam Boozer. I think we know what we're going to get out of him. He's going to be a good NBA player. Caleb Wilson goes to the Chicago Bulls, and this is the new Bryce GM situation, Tiago Splitter. Have you watched any tape of this motherfucker, Mike? Because he wasn't in March Madness. He got injured. He broke his hand.
Some have claimed that if he was in the dance,
he would have
March Madness.
Yeah.
They're saying he could have gone 1.
Mm-hmm.
AJ DeBonsa was like it. He was
So
the
good.
it guy at BYU. Absolutely soaked it in. And it was definitely a situation where you kind of knew he was going to be the number 1 overall pick. Even if BYU didn't go far.
Who's him or Darren Peterson? You're like, it's DeBonsa. He's the guy you want.
And you just hope for the Jazz that you have a player that wants to go to you, unlike last year where I forgot who the draft
Ace
pick
Bailey.
was. He did.
Well, that's what I was saying. But Ace Bailey played really well for the Jazz. So you're like, fine.
So Danny Ainge clearly got him to buy in. To your point, I was praying to God the Bulls were going to do the most Bulls thing ever and draft Cameron Boozer. Now, if Cameron Boozer fell to them, they probably would have taken him.
It would have been, well, because Caleb Wilson would have went 3 then. And Boozer's going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I just think we kind of know what he is, you know?
Caleb Wilson, 6'9", forward. The comp is Kevin Garnett. Okay,
That's what they're saying. And then, well, Draymond and then the coach of, I forgot his name, the coach of UNC is like, Kevin Garnett's his floor. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, okay, cool off.
Yeah, let's
top 3 power forward of all time. Cool off a little bit.
Okay. So here's the stats at North Carolina. Averaged 19 points per game. 9 rebounds a game.
Rim eater. Absolutely.
2 assists a game. Field goal average of 57.8%.
You looking at his blocks?
Blocks 1.4.
He used 1 to 2 blocks a game for him consistently at 6'9". He's a jump out the gym, hammer it down on a fool type of guy. Athletic, patrols the paint, 2-way player, defense. That's his bread and butter. That's who we kind of need on the team. And he's 18 and he might grow another inch or 2. If he's at 6'11", it's exactly what you want.
If I'm the Bulls, I'm over the moon.
100%.
To watch his interview, he looks to be it.
Yeah.
He looks to be like a guy who he's like, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I can't wait to get there and prove myself. Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. That's the guy you want. That is the exact guy you want.
And he's a dog. He's going to work. And you look at the team the way it's set up now, and shit's going to change, obviously, and shit's already changed. They traded for Nick Claxton for seemingly nothing, which is awesome, to come in and play center with Julian Phillips. Giddey, great offensive guy, triple-double machine. All that's fine and good. Matas, slender, dunker, can shoot the ball. Caleb Wilson, about the same size. He's a dunker too, but he's a patrol the paint and get a rebound guy. And that's something that they need sorely. And I think those 2 guys in particular, I don't know what's going to happen to Giddey, but I think those 2 guys in particular are going to play really well off of each other. Because Matas spaces the floor and Caleb Wilson's in there doing the dirty work. If he can, and that's the thing too, he's underdeveloped. Like if he can develop a jump shot, which I think he can, he's going to be a hell of a player. And I have no reason to believe that he wouldn't be the best out of this draft. Like any of them can be good. And you can't always say that about a 4th overall. Like 3 years ago, we were like, are any of these guys going to be good? Pretty sure all 4 of these guys. And Darius Acuff's going to be good too. I'm pretty sure.
Well, and not only that, but Dylan Swain could be another awesome pick for the Bulls.
It's Dalen. But he...
Okay, Dylan.
I know.
Dylan.
He was a beast too. And his thing too is he's 2-way defensive guy too. So you're like, bring in these dogs and work on the jump shot. Bring in the dogs. I love it. The Bulls need that.
What's crazy about Dylan Swain is that he's 6'7", but his wingspan is 7 feet.
Yeah, he's huge.
Guys,
he's a guard. He's a guard. Play him at the 2 guard. Let Giddey run the floor and see what happens. Like the only negative thing, and everybody's given the Bulls like an A grade in this draft, and I'm with them. The only negative thing is like, where is the shooting going to come from? I'm like, dude, they'll figure that shit out.
Okay, look at how the Knicks just won a title. Were they shooting threes every chance they got? No.
Playing a defense.
Jalen Brunson was just eating you alive in between the paint. Now, every now and again, he dropped a couple threes a game.
Yeah, and Bridges is going to do that, and you have guys on the corner that are doing that. Miles McBride, but the team is built on eating the paint and playing defense. And if this team could do that, and I think Splitter wants to play that way, this is a good draft for them. It is just.
Did you see that the Bulls traded for Nick Claxton?
That's what I was saying. For basically nothing. The Nets just need to get him off the roster with that Julius Randle trade. And they're like, all right, here you go. And then they just gave him nothing for it, really. And I'll take it.
Here's our projected future lineup. Josh Giddey, Dylan Swain, Montaz Buzela, Caleb Williams, Nick Claxton.
Wilson. We're gonna fuck that up so much, Mike. We're so
What did I
fucked.
say? Did I say Caleb Williams?
We're gonna do it so much.
Here we go.
It's not good. It's not good, dude. We can't have 2 Caleb W's in the city of Chicago. It's gonna be hard.
Well, when you texted me the other night, when you texted me Caleb, okay, see, once again, Caleb Wilson.
Yeah.
And with this, I was like, wait a minute, is Caleb Williams dead? I read it wrong. And I was like, oh God, for the love of God, no, this can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Nope.
And no, it's Caleb Wilson. We drafted him. Okay.
Yeah.
The Bulls seem to be in a point where they brought in the right people.
Yeah.
And maybe in Chicago, we're just back up, Vince. I don't know what more to say. The Blackhawks got to get their shit together, but
the team is better than they were 2 days ago. They made the right choices. Caleb Wilson, knock on all the wood in the world, is not Patrick Williams. And he's a game controller. He's a game eater. He'll get in there. Like they said, who are you excited to defend the most? He's like, Wembanyama. It's a challenge. I'm like, good, get after him. Are you going to be able to guard him? Probably not. You're like 7 inches shorter than him. But like, fuck it. Why not? That's the thing. You want the guy to come in, build some muscle, work on his jump shot, and maybe grow an inch or two. If he can do all that stuff, if it's Sengue is anything, he'd be a nice piece too to have. It's a team that's full, and it's a team that isn't full of guards, as we've had for years and years and seemingly years now. The entire second half of the season was just a guard-full team. You get a big forward, dominating presence, and just do me a favor and just watch a highlight tape of him yamming on fools, because that's all he does is just dunk on motherfuckers. His post game is stupid. So I'm excited to see it. A couple other big things in this is there's a couple surprises, but you knew it was going to be a guard run in the top 10. Keaton Wagler of Illinois. He comes from nowhere and becomes a monster in Illinois, and he ends up going 5 to the Clippers. I think it's going to be a good move. We'll see what happens with the Darius Garland thing. The Kings get Darius Acuff. We were talking about him. He's the man. He wasn't going to go 4 to the Bulls. He is small. But, I mean, fuck it. If anybody's a dog that can come in there and do some shit for the Kings, it might be him.
The fact that the Brooklyn Nets passed on him is crazy.
Michael Brown might be good, too. But even when they drafted him, I was like, really? And it was at Barclays, too. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I had him slotted there easy in my head. That was a surprise to me.
It was crazy. Well, you know what else is crazy? How about old Dusty hitting the old Dusty Trail to Dallas?
Dude. Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't talk about that because that happened the other day. Dusty May gets signed by the Dallas Mavericks to be the new head coach. And in his first move, he drafts a Michigan guy because he's like, give me my guys. And every time a Michigan guy got drafted too, they would show him and he would just be pissed because he wanted all of them. He was trying to collect them like the Infinity Stones.
Well, he wants to build his culture, which you could understand, but it gives me some pause of why he left so quick.
I mean,
he just won a championship.
Right. What's a better job, Mike?
Is there going to be some cheating scandal deal that's going to come out of here similar to
Michigan.
Harbaugh?
And I saw that too. People are posting that. I just think you get an offer in an NBA job, you take it. It's a better job.
Okay.
It's
a guy out of Connecticut they've been talking about for years, out of UConn. They've been talking about him for years.
An animal and a maniac. And you could tell that UConn is just like, he wants to go out there and recruit and talk to people. I think Dusty May's just like, nice cushy NBA job with Cooper Flagg, whom he played, and he was probably like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a monster. It's not a horrible situation to walk into, dude.
No, now you can draft around him, which you know all the guys in this draft, so you can go and do it.
Yeah. Dude, what the Thunder did was just so correct. It was just so correct.
This man just okay. How can he be stopped? This man collecting talent.
It's over.
Like,
and okay, what was the Thunder's issue?
Sam Presti just needs to be stopped.
He does.
Whatever.
Someone needs to kidnap him for a year and see what happens. The one issue that the Thunder had was, hey, Chet Holmgren doesn't have enough body to body Wembanyama. And they went out there and they were like, let's get a big guy with body. And that's exactly what they did. They got a Day Mara from Michigan, who that was his entire job, was just be a body, patrol the paint, stop those guys. That was the guy you want to pick. The Warriors, in a very similar sense, are saying, "Hey, we're on the last dance. We're on one more ride. Let's make it work for Curry." They go out there and they get Yaxel Lendenberg, where that's really the only place that you'd want him to go. He's a 24-year-old guy coming out of Michigan. You're like, what's going to happen here? He goes to the Warriors. That's a perfect spot for him as well. He's probably going to be starting day one as well. And then classic. Back to OKC, which got traded to Detroit via Memphis. Back and forth. They start making the moves. I will say one thing too. Jaden Quayton's from Kentucky going to the Spurs. You're like, they just collected another beast of a talent too. I mean, like the meat of this draft is in the middle, and you don't know what's going to happen here. But these teams that get higher draft picks, even though they're in the fucking finals, are making moves that you're like, this makes exact sense, and that doesn't always happen.
Once again, to your point, the Thunder, though, they needed a body to match up against Wemby. They needed a spot shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And Bennett, what's his name? Sturts?
Sturts, yeah.
Sturts. What a great Iowa boy name.
I know.
Perfect. And he's still kind of in the Midwest, so he doesn't have to go far from home. He loves for him.
Yeah, it all makes too much fucking sense. It just makes too much sense.
Let's talk about some other trades, Vince. Okay, let's keep the people.
Let's talk about
waiting.
The trade.
Giannis.
Finally.
Giannis leaving his brother behind.
He's fine. Finally, Giannis gets traded. It was the Celtics or the Heat the whole time. The Celtics were doing shit like, we don't want to get rid of Hugo. Get rid of Hugo. And I don't know if you heard this story, but you hear the Jimmy Haslam thing?
No.
Jimmy Haslam owns the Bucks. Jimmy Haslam owns the Browns. He owns both teams. He was talking about trades with the Celtics, and the story it goes is that he doesn't want another Myles Garrett or Giannis situation where you get Jaylen Brown in for a year and he's like, I'm not signing there. Fuck that. I'm out of here, dude. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm done with players saying I don't want to be here anymore. And that's part of the reason that he ended up trading to Miami rather than the Celtics, because they didn't know whatever Jaylen Brown wanted to do. So instead, Giannis goes to Miami with Bobby Portis, and Milwaukee gets Tyler Hero, hometown kid, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparis Jakoncionis, never know how to say it, unprotected first-round picks in 2031 and 33, 2030 pick swap rights, and 2033 second round. Who gives a fuck about second round? Hell of a package. You look at the Heat team, and you're like,
how are you going to score within 4 feet of the basket?
That's the thing. And also it's like, and I know this is a Pat Riley thing and he's going to figure it out. Where's your bench? You traded every solid player on your team outside of Wiggins and Bam. Where is your bench? Like, what are you going to do with this team?
Now you got to go sign people.
Well, they made the trade, and I'm like, okay, so, well, yeah, they sign people with a Bam max. They sign people with the Giannis max. They're going to go veteran minimums. This is a second round and out team. Like, this isn't any better than the Bucks, dude. Like, Giannis just went to the same situation.
Let Pat Riley cook, right?
I guess, but I mean, they have Spoelstra, and there's a lot more culture there than however the Bucks were running their team the last couple of years, and with Doc Rivers and all that shit. This team isn't good, dude. Like, it's still not good.
I mean, I think the proof will have to be in the pudding, Vince. I mean, the East isn't super strong. You look at how they
get Halliburton next year.
Okay.
He's back on the Pacers. Pacers are going to be good. The Knicks are going to be good. The Celtics are still going to be good regardless of what happens with that team. Like, what are they, 5th seed instead of 8th? Like, what are we doing?
What if they move Bam?
I don't think they are. I think it's a hard contract to move. I know he scored 83, but that's really all he did. Like,
I'm just saying, what if you move Bam? But the problem is, how many big guys can you have on the court at the same time?
That's kind of it. And Andrew Wiggins is their only shooting source. And you're like, do you want him to be your number one shooting guy?
Let's see. Who are the NBA free agents of 2026?
It was Trae Young.
Let's get a list.
He's back on the Wizards. for $52 million a year. Jesus Christ. Impossible to trade that contract.
The amount of money these guys receive, it's crazy.
I know. The Wizards are fun this year. I'm excited to watch them.
You can go get Jose Alvarado. You get Trey Alexander. Right? Okay, perfect. Delano Banton. Let's get it. You're good.
And some of these guys aren't going to be... Yeah, old-ass Harrison Barnes.
Bring in Harrison Barnes at a vet minimum. Do it. Either that or maybe go see if you can trade for... he's in the desert. What's his name? Why is his name preceding me?
Booker?
Yeah, go see if you can get Booker.
They don't have money for Booker. And they can't trade for him. They just gave up 20, 30, 31, and 33. Like they already gave up everything.
Here, we'll give you a bag of basket. We'll give you a bag of basketball.
You see the Booker news? He changed his number.
Oh, yeah. Now he's going to be a legend.
He's number 15. I'm like, oh, what a Kobe move. Like, you got to beat Kobe to do that. Okay, good for you. I think the Timberwolves move to get rid of Julius Randle to re-sign Io was a good move. I think Julius Randle kind of showed his colors in the playoffs again last year. And you're like, whatever you're going to do. Team's still not that good. Like, they're going to make a run again, see how it goes. LaMelo Ball's on the move, Mike. Did you hear that?
There's a lot of reports going on right now, hot stove rumors, that LaMelo Ball could be getting traded.
I don't know why they would, honestly. That team was fun last year. Run it back.
There's a lot of speculation going on right now that LaMelo could be getting traded. That popped up on ESPN.
It's Khan's team. It's Khan's team. Good luck. I don't know. I think they should keep him. He's a
after second round of the NBA draft. ESPN's Shams Charania had provided an update on the future of All-Star guard LaMelo Ball with the Charlotte Hornets. Multiple teams are strongly pursuing LaMelo Ball right now. The Hornets are engaged, I'm told. Ball does not want to be in Charlotte. This is an organization fielding some aggressive offers, so the price is met. He could very well be on the move. This is a developing story potentially over the next 24 to 48 hours. You're here first.
What do you give up for that contract, too? It's like, it kind of feels like Trae Young a little bit.
Well,
they played the same game.
Where do you ship a guy like that? Do the Kings just like pop up out of nowhere and say, hey, give us this one trick pony?
For what? They just drafted Darius Haycock.
I feel like the Clippers would do some stupid shit. Will they go get him too?
They just drafted a guard too, and they have Darius Garland. Like, there's no room for him on that team. I don't know who the...
There you go. Here, go to New Orleans.
Trades for LaMelo Ball. I don't know who the hell wants that. He's fun. He's good. He fits in Charlotte. Where else does he fit? New Orleans?
That's what I just said. Ship him to NOLA.
That's about it. I don't know. LaMelo and Zion have fun. It doesn't look great from that, to be honest. But there's going to be a lot of moves. But the draft was fun. I think all these guys are going to be day one implications, and I'm interested to see how it all ends up working out. It's just, I think DeBance is going to be a monster. I think Booster's going to be good right away, and I think Caleb Wilson, if he can get his jump shot going, could be the best out of all of them, and I'd like to see that. But that's also me being a Bulls homer. So
it's up to Tiago now to be the coach that we all want him to be.
I agree.
And hey, the Bulls look like they're cooking something up here. And if they're next up, the city of Chicago will be even better for it, because nothing is better than when the Bulls are good in Chicago.
Facts.
And I will definitely hang my head on that one. Another team that you could arguably say the same statement on is the Blackhawks. Blackhawks had a fair amount of talent last year. Didn't do too much. Granted, injuries, Bedard, all the things. Great. Not so great. Okay. They traded the number 4 pick in this year's draft and the number 45 pick in this year's draft, and defenseman Luis Crevier, who, check this out, had the highest average shot speed in all of the NHL this year.
He's a defender, though, so it's kind of skewed stats, but I know what you're saying.
Or defenseman Bowen Brom and Jordan Greenway. Many analysts are saying this is a really dumb trade.
I won't begin to act like I know everything about all this shit, but I will say that people were excited about the 4th overall. There was a significant drop-off after 3, so they're saying.
Everybody's saying that the Blackhawks got fleeced.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats of Greenway. I'm like, okay. And I know like the big one was Bowen, who he's supposed to be good, and he was on the Sabres, so I watched him a little bit last year. He's on the Avalanche before that. I think more than anything, it's like veteran presence, see what happens here. I don't know. Some people are being
26 and he's going into a contract year. So it's like clearly you plan on re-signing him. Maybe you believe this is a guy that is going to be a key piece for you, and like your Bufflin or like your Keith or Bufflin was a forward for me, but Keith or Seabrook, or maybe you believe that's the piece you're missing. It doesn't trend with me.
24 assists last year, 28 the year before on his end. I can't act like I know what I'm talking about here, but I didn't love it when I saw it. But also, it's like you do need veterans on the team. And let's just say this. If it works, it's a great trade. If it doesn't work, then it's a shitty trade.
We'll see. We'll see. Speaking, if it doesn't work, the NFL can do whatever the fuck they want. And small so NFL news.
It's so funny.
The NFL came out, and after the Brendan Sorsby news saying that he was going to join the 2026 supplemental draft, NFL said, you know what? We're not going to do one of those this year. So, Brendan Sorsby, you just chill out, all right? And just think about what you did. And we'll see you in next year's draft, bucko.
I think it's hilarious.
Like, what does this kid do?
I think it's awesome.
What does this kid do?
Not bet on his team.
You go play in Canada?
Hey, man.
Play in Canada? You might as well just go play in Canada.
Go do it. It's kind of like, this is how you pay for your sins, man. You can't get suspended for 4 games.
The Canadians will take him in right away.
100%.
Right away.
And then get for the 2027 draft after that. I think this is proper.
Dude.
No one really gives a shit about the supplemental draft until something like this happens. I think teams were interested and they were just like, let's just nip this in the butt because this is the only reason that we would do it in the first place. NFL is like, I don't want to deal with it. You see his lawyers like, we're going to sue the NFL. It's like, for what? He's not even in the NFL. You have no. Yeah, he doesn't have a patented right to play in the NFL. That's just not how it works, dude. You can't do that.
What do you think the NFL's? What's the NFL going to do? Yeah, okay. Here's our team of lawyers to shut you up.
Well, it's like me wanting to go. Like, obviously, it's not. But I'm like, I want to go work at Target, and then Target's like, we're not hiring, and I'm like, I'm gonna sue you. What are we even doing?
It's like, hey, Barstool, hire us to be a part of your podcast. No,
we don't.
We're suing you.
Sorry, we're not adding any podcasts. All right, cool. We're gonna sue you. Like, what the fuck is that? It's so. I think it's good. I think they forced him to have some situation where he's like, okay, now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. They forced him to have a punishment, and I think that's proper because again, you can't set that precedent. You just can't.
I didn't even know this was possible. I didn't even know it was fucking possible.
They do whatever they want.
They could just come out and say, yeah, we're not doing one of those this year. So any of the rest of the guys in the supplemental draft, just pound rocks, whatever.
Who else, dude? Sometimes no one's even picked in the supplemental draft. Like, it's not even a thing.
You do make a valid use case there, Vince. Did you see... Did you see the news about Brandon Ayuk coming out saying "Go Commanders"? All this stuff.
We talked about it a little bit last week, but I kind of fell off of it. Did he do something this week?
George Kittle was on, I think, not Busting with the Boys, but the Big Cat and Pardon My Take.
Yeah,
and the guy opposite of Big Cat, his name
PFT.
PFT was asking George Kittle, so what should I expect? I'm a huge Commanders fan, blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, man, I've never seen a guy in my life run 22 miles an hour and stop on a dime. But, you enjoy all the things that go with that.
That's a damn good way to say it.
And he's like, well, what comes with that? He goes, I got nothing to say.
Yeah.
He's like, other than that man got paid $150 million.
Yep.
And he found a problem with it. So you enjoy that.
Yeah, he said if the
So,
49ers cut me, I'll sign with the Commanders tomorrow. Okay. It's just like bark versus bite. He's going to come in there and do it. He's kind of being a little baby about it. And if I'm the Commanders, I don't even want him. I don't even fucking want him at this point. Like, Jesus Christ.
You know what Vince, you know what I want? I want a fucking jean jacket, dude. I need a jean jacket. It's the jacket.
This is a shacket, technically.
It's a
shirt
the
jacket. It's a shirt
in the
jacket.
words of Richie Aprile.
Yeah. It's the jacket. He gives him a jacket. Yeah.
The
No,
jacket.
I got a lot of denim. I wear a lot of denim. I wore denim today. It's like a shirt jacket. It's loose and not very like thick, so it's good for the springtime when it's 60 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna grow a mustache and
I already got one.
And watch its sunsets and
nope.
And where you ever go full denim uniform?
No.
Do you
Canadian tuxedo. I don't do that.
You do it.
No, I tried it one time
Get
and
you
I was like, this
bell-bottoms?
is lame. I can't do it.
Get you some bell bottoms with some cowboy boots.
It doesn't make sense for a
now.
man of my size. I wear chinos with these, and that's about it. Or like, some nice slacks. That's about it.
Style God, Vince, everybody
Yeah.
with his jean jacket. Well, we hope you enjoyed the podcast, and we hope you enjoyed the jean jacket. And as always, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Talking Tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah,